Hello again, everybody. It's Martin S51989 here once again. Now, even though we're in my first video, I would announce that I would be re-showing my Disney VHS collection. Well, I will show it, but I will re-show those tapes in my next video, because for now, for this video, since today is July 21st, that means today one of my all-time favorite comedy actor is celebrating his 59th birthday. And if you know who it is, 59 years old, that comedian is that comedy actor, well, he's also done drama films as well as comedy. And if you know who he is, that person is none other than Robin Williams. That's right, Robin Williams turns 59 years old today. So this retrospective is all about him. Because as you know, Robin, he was born this day back on July 21st, 1951. Some sources erroneously state July 21st, 1952, but it's now really 1951. And he started having careers in comedy when he was young, but his comedy thing first started out on television on a popular TV sitcom known as Mork and Mindy, in which Robin played the role of Mork. I think it was. They say he was somehow known as Mork for Mork. Of course, that show was even extremely popular, and there was even an extremely popular catchphrase that Robin's Mork character would say. The catchphrase, as you know, it goes, "Nanu, nanu." That's right, "Nanu, nanu." Ha 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 ha. So, present. Of course, then after Mork and Mindy ended, then Robin started to then have his big career in the movies. Well, also had some time on stage. I know there was even some live stage show that even was released on a CD of his comedy when he was performing a big live comedy show over at the New York Metropolitan Opera House, which is right in the Lincoln Center. And there are even some video clips of his live comedy routine scenes, because it was from 1986. Ha 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 ha. And it's so funny, indeed. But of course, then in 1987, Robin was getting, also in the 80s, Robin then started to get into the movies. It's a lot more. And in 1987, he had a big role in a comedy movie. I think it's one of Viper 29's favorites that he likes loves. The movie Good Morning Vietnam, for which he even received an Oscar nomination for his role in the lead actor category. It was the first of 3 nominations in that category, but he didn't win that. He didn't win that year, and he wouldn't win in lead actor category for the other 2, because he did get nominated again in 1989 for his role in a drama movie called The Dead Poets Society, and that movie, that has a popular quote which when Robin playing the role of John Keating, he says to the boys, "Carpe diem, seize the day, make your lives extraordinary." Ha ha ha. The Dead Poets Society is an excellent movie. That is fun. And then, of course, and then the third film that he got the nomination for in lead actor was a movie that was a Terry Gilliam directed movie. And of course, that film was an Oscar-winning film, because Mercedes Ruehl won the Supporting Actress Award that year for a role in this movie. That movie was none other than The Fisher King. Of course, Williams would win a Golden Globe for his role in The Fisher King, but he wouldn't share it alone. His co-star, Jeff Bridges, who we know was a recent Oscar winner for his role in Crazy Heart, we know Bridges would share the Golden Globe with Robin as well, since they both starred together. And then in late 1991, Robin finally had a voice talent in a Disney animated movie in which this Disney animated movie, Mr. Johnny B. 1993 and T.D. Fritz the First, if you're watching, it's your all-time favorite Disney animated classic, Aladdin, in which Williams did the voice of the genie. Ha 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 ha. It was so fun. They even say quotes such as, 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. Hail the conquering hero. Na, 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 line is, "I'm going to free the genie." As well as, "Well, I can't do any more damage around this popsicle stand. I'm out of here." Ha ha ha. It's fun for Robin to voice the genie. It's a very funny thing. Of course, he would later lead into a dispute because he would not voice the genie in Return Jafar, just being replaced by Simpsons actor Dan Castellaneta, but he would return to the genie role in Aladdin and the King of Thieves in '96. But in between, 1 year later, Williams had a role in another comedy movie, and it's one of Aubrey's favorite comedy movies of all time, as well as one of my all-time favorites, in the movie Mrs. Doubtfire, which he played Daniel Hillard in that one, but he also had the dress and drag to put on the Doubtfire, which had the Doubtfire quote saying, "Alright, it's time to expend your minds, it's homework time. I am Job." And of course, Doubtfire, Mrs. Doubtfire, of course. But also that opening cartoon that the late Chuck Jones created of Williams doing the voices for all this, including having to sing that song of Largo e Factotum from Rossini's Barber of Seville. That's the one that goes, I won't sing it all. Of course, if you saw America's Got Talent, then you may remember the act Prince Poppycock singing this same thing at his audition too, but that's beside the point. But after Mrs. Doubtfire, then, which he also won a Golden Globe for his role in that one too, it was funny. And then in 1997 he was in another drama movie, one of Nick William 89's favorites, called Good Will Hunting, and for that, Williams, he finally won an Oscar that year for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Good Will Hunting, one of his best ever. Of course, Robin has also been to the Oscars even as a performer and presenter too, because he was at a performer when he performed that song Blame Canada from South Park. This was only at the Oscars only. And then he was finally a presenter at 3 other Oscar ceremonies. Two of the years were back-to-back for Best Animated Feature, which Disney Pixar films won. Of course, the first one, when he was behind Billy Crystal, when Williams said to Crystal, "It was fun to do! Ha 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 ha!" And then finally, he was also at this year's Oscars earlier, which he presented the award for Best Supporting Actress, which we know that went to Monique in Precious, based on that one pushed by Sapphire. But anyways, Williams is still funny, and he also, and I know yesterday I reviewed RV and the Pie Boston Movie Guys, but that's taken down, but RV is still one of the funniest movies ever. He's also had roles in other movies, including Death to Smoochie, The Birdcage, 1 Hour Photo, and the animated movie Robots as well. And I don't know what Robin Williams will be doing next, but he is still one of the very famous still my all-time favorite comedy actor of all time, and may his comedy keep coming and coming. So Robin, keep it up with your comedy, because I like you. Okay, that wraps it up for my retrospective on Robin Williams. Hope you all enjoyed it, and next video for sure I will re-show my Disney VHS collection, so stick around for that.